Welcome back, everybody, to VRML CON 2025. Let's hear it. We are here and back for Pavlov, our second game of VRML CON 2025, and we have giveaways that we're cutting away to right now. Sir Dimwee, he's got some questions for some folks in the stands.
We do have some questions. We got some awesome giveaways. We got some Pro Tube stock, as well as some HyperX glasses, HyperX headset. First is going to be a Pro Tube stock and the glasses. It's going to be answer the question. So our first question is, what year did the game launch? Hands. What year did the game launch? Anybody have an answer? Right here. All right, here we go. What year?
2015.
Oh, that's not right. Anybody else? All right, we're going to run all the way across. You got legs? We got legs. Let's go. We got legs. Right here. What year?
2017.
Hey, there you go. We got a Pro Tube stock and a HyperX glasses. All right, next one is going to be Pro Tube stock and a headset. This is going to be, might be a trick question. What was the first map ever made for Pavlov? Right here. What's that? Okay, so here's the thing. We're going to accept the answer of Sans, but I did confirm with the devs, the correct answer is data center. But we will accept Sans because it is the most popular answer. So there you go. You got a Pro Tube stock and the HyperX headset. And right back to Nightfire.
Awesome. Thank you, Dimwee, so much. The giveaway is something only possible with our sponsors, so a big shout out to all of the sponsors that are contributing into VRML CON this year. There's a lot of them, and we'll dive into that in a little bit. For now, we got to get ready for the action behind us. My name's Nightfire with 2 E's, my co-caster Quicksaber. We're about to dive and introduce you to a very different shooter than what you just tuned into over on Onward earlier today. It's Pavlov.
Oh yeah, it's a lot more fast-paced, and it is a very fun game, in my opinion. And I think, guys, you will see.
Yeah, we will see indeed. We've got 2 teams that have qualified through our online qualifiers, REKT and Relentless. Am I right on that? Yeah, sorry. And we also have, who are the other 2 teams on the alternate stage?
On the alternate stage, you will find AESIR playing Deathwish.
Yeah, so all 4 teams qualifying through in our online qualifiers. And, you know, I think it's pretty awesome that we're able to offer up a $5,000 cash prize pool for the winner of this tournament on the line. I mean, it's incentivized some squads to kind of get creative that maybe wouldn't have been otherwise. In this case, Relentless.
Absolutely. So most of the players from Relentless actually come from other games, such as Veil and Breachers, but because they have the opportunity to come together, they are going to take a shot at winning the $5,000 and a nice little shiny gold medal.
Yeah, I mean, I got one on my chest right here. The Phoenix medals are something worth showing. Over there? Nope, this one. There it is. There it is. That's the Phoenix medal. You love to see it. It's a incredible design from all the angles. You got to get it from all the angles. Really well done, and that's what the champion gets on top of $5,000 in cash, on top of HyperX hardware for first and second place. There's a lot to be fighting for here this afternoon, Quick.
There is. I think there might be one more. I believe they're also going to get a custom skin from the devs themselves.
You're right. You're absolutely right. That may be the most valuable of them all at the end of the day. As I look at the devs right behind us here, a big shout out to them for supporting us here at VRML CON and enabling us to put these players on stage. We should be just moments away from diving into our first game, but we are in the moment setting up some tech elements, and hopefully round 1 in map 1 will be starting soon. But give me the breakdown on their opponent here for Relentless REKT, because they are not just your average team.
No, they are not. So REKT is kind of made of a superstar all-star, where they have players. Here, let me actually make sure.
We've got a cheat sheet of all the data and stats.
But I know for
squads.
sure their captain is Echo, who has been playing for quite a long time now.
Okay.
They got other players such as Nero, who is considered one of the best players to touch the game. They also have other players such as Dank, Chaco, Boogerer, Jackson, Sheer, and of course Yellow Hat too, who has also been playing for quite a long time in multiple VR titles.
Yeah, Yellow Hat, a fellow caster. We always love to shout out anyone that works on the production team. And Yellow Hat's one of those guys, so a big shout out to Yellow Hat. And of course, the REKT squad, they permeate across multiple games, right? This isn't the only time we're going to see this REKT team on stage.
No, we are not. I believe we're also going to see them tomorrow and Mostly tomorrow. I don't think they have an Orion Drift team yet. But
no, not yet. But I feel like this squad and maybe even Acer are going to be teams that end up developing Orion Drift squads after they see that spectacle on Sunday. So a lot to look forward to. Pavlov is front and center here this afternoon, though, quick. And we've got 2 stages live with gameplay. So if you want to catch the action, we will be, again, showcasing it across multiple stages. The alt stage, something that's live with gameplay right now. Like we said, Acer going up against... Oh gosh, who are the
Death Wish.
Death Wish, thank you. I was blanking again. That's over on our second stream, and then obviously again we have REKT and Relentless that are going to be starting here soon. We do apologize for the delay, but it does give us time to shout out more of our sponsors, which we can do right now. I do have the ProTube stock. We just gave one away. This thing is custom for VRML CON, embedded with the VRML CON logo on the side, the Phoenix logo on the back. It's an incredible stock that's provided to us by ProTube VR. So a big shout out to them. We appreciate their support. This stock, something you'll see a lot of players using on both stages throughout today. It helps stabilize your aim in game. It has magnetic cups on the bottom and they snap in to a stock that goes to your shoulder, which of course, custom VRML CON embedded. So a pretty cool piece of hardware that has been provided to us by our longest sponsor, ProTube VR has been supporting VRML since our inception. So a big shout out to them. We really do appreciate them and everything that they do. Also, of course, we are supported by HyperX, giving us a tremendous amount of hardware. I mean, we are giving away, I think, like 40 giveaways or something across today. To everyone that's tuning in, if you have a ticket, you'll be able to you're automatically entered into that giveaway. So if you're not here at Con, you're missing out. You're missing out on a chance to get a lot of hardware. And, you know, I am so happy that HyperX has contributed at that level. You also see we're using HyperX monitors here on the main desk, and so it's a big amount of support from HyperX. But then I think maybe the most important one, quick, is BOBO VR, because if we're going to be up here on stage all day, they're going to need some extra batteries on their headsets.
They're going to need some juice, and luckily BOBO VR is one of the better companies to provide that extra juice.
Yeah, they are a fantastic sponsor, and they are supporting us across both stages with headsets and batteries, so a big shout out to BOBO VR. You can pick up one of these on their site. They are, again, really nice head straps. I think I'm going to try and squirrel away with one myself at the end of this convention if I can, because yeah, I definitely need one for my quest. But with that in mind, we are also obviously supported by the developers. So none of this possible without the developers' support. We really do appreciate Dave and the Pavlov team coming together to support and put on stage these Shack players. You know, it's an incredibly unique opportunity, only really possible because of their direct support.
Indeed. And I mean, this is going to be the first time that Pavlov has played at a LAN. And
yeah.
So I'm very excited to see how this goes. But again, thank you. Thank you so much to Vankrupt.
Yeah, it is a true LAN too. I mean, at least to the best that we can make it, right? We're trying to minimize ping, give them a really clean and smooth experience. So we'll see how it all ends up shaking out on stage here as we do, again, just sort out some tech difficulties, I believe, and we should be coming back soon. We're going to cut to a brief break, a quick ad intermission, and we'll be diving into map 1 when we come back. Welcome back, everybody, to the VRML CON 2025. My name's Nightfire with 2 E's. I'm joined by my co-caster, Quicksaver, and we are just about ready to get into our first matchup here in the semifinals. It is REKT versus Relentless.
Indeed.
On the alt stage, we do have other games live as well right now. We won't dive into those quite yet, though. We are getting ready to dive into action here, though, quick, as we do have players on stage in lobby, and we should be eventually starting that round and getting into the map. But we do apologize for the tech breaks, the tech pauses. It has taken us a little bit of time, but we are, I believe, ready for us to dive into our first map. So again, we appreciate the patience. We appreciate you waiting for us to eventually get into this series, as I think we have everything up and we're ready to dive into round one.
I think so. Let me just make sure here on my end that we're all good to go. But guys, we are about to see REKT versus Relentless in the first con of Pavlov being played live.
Thank you all for tuning in and patiently waiting for us. I think we're not quite sure how the replay system works here, but I do believe rounds have already been played. And they are in the game. They've been in the game this whole time. So if we can go to where they are right now, the live feed, we'll be trying to sync up what you're seeing on screen here with what's in game. So it should be 4-0 right now, as again, we do apologize on our tech hiccups. We should have, again, things sorted out here soon enough, but it does look like we're a little behind on our side, and maybe we'll dive into the rounds. I really do, again, apologize for the issues here, as again, here we go into our third round, I think, with Trev Mumlin.
I think the only issue is with right here, whenever I go live, it's the end of the replay. So folks, real quick, we're gonna do this, refresh and watch. And we are going to see what happens.
Yeah, again, we apologize for some of these tech hiccups here. We do want to be able to show you that live feed, but we are running into some issues, so maybe we could get some help from one of the devs over here on our side to sort this out and get us live so that we can show you what's going on in game right now. We are, again, just having issues getting you to that live feed right now. So again, we apologize for those tech troubles, but we should have it sorted out soon enough. It is just taking us some time to figure out. So again, we apologize. It's just something that's part of hosting a live event. You run into tech issues from time to time. And right now, I think we have had what I do believe is a pretty dominant performance from the likes of REKT. It's just that we haven't been able to watch it synced up live, so we do, again, apologize for that. But we hopefully can sort out our technical issues here and then get into it in a moment. So thank you for being patient with us on these troubles, if you will. But for now, we'll show you the folks in game that we want to watch but can't, and hopefully can eventually. It does look like we do have gameplay here now on screen, which is what we're hoping for.
Perfect. And here we go. And so now this is live. We are synced up, and here we are going to see REKT enter the 7th round.
6. We do have Boogerer here working their way forward, taking some shots out and picking up the first kill. A nice scoop up there. Echo trying to work their way forward up over the top with some good shots up through the smoke. And a nice bit of suppression on site. And the first kill getting scooped up on the other side. Ivy Ballin finding a nice pickup here as Ballin trying to hold down what is a pretty relentless and aggressive defensive pursuit from REKT. They take a 7th point in map number 1 and go up 7-0 here in our opener.
Now, there is some debate on whether Harbor is a T-sided or CT-sided map. Some people do think it is a T-sided map here, so we will see if this is just REKT taking advantage of their favored side.
Yeah, and again, we do appreciate everyone sticking with us through the tech's ups and downs. We've got a couple of rounds on the screen. Hopefully we can get a couple of more up there. I do think we have an alternate feed that we're working our way in here. So there we go. A bit of a push from Boogerer as the nades and utility come out over the drop. Jackson on Tizzy pushing forward. Ivy Ballin goes down to Echo. An aggressive barrel forward here is Yellow Hat. Tucks into defensive sight. And it's looking like this REKT squad, as predicted, is doing really well here in these opening rounds.
Yes, they are. And we can see now it is just one Relentless member in a 1v3. Make that a 0v3 as Trev gets taken out by Boogerer, and it is a 8th round REKT victory.
A solid pickup coming in from the REKT squad. Again, getting closer and closer to finalizing their map 1 victory here. It's best of 3s in the semifinals, and at this pace, we're going to be done with this main stage performance in, well, if only a few rounds from this point here. I mean, obviously map 2 coming up, but right now an 8-0 lead for REKT as we go into a next round.
Going to be very, very tough for Relentless to come back from this, but hey, on stage, anything is possible.
Indeed it is. It's the pressure of that onstage performance that we love to see here as Echo tries to pick up a multi-kill, does get 2 in their efforts, but goes down for their trouble. Chocobar finds Plunge, and Jackson on a Tizzy working up to the last kill. Flit with a nice flank. The dual pistols coming out for a finishing kill. It's Jackson on Tizzy and the attacking REKT squad taking a 9th point.
Yes, 9 points, and now we go into the second half with a 9-0 lead. Right now, Relentless is on death's door. If they lose this round, they are losing map 1. So with them now going to start on T side, let's see what happens.
Yes, we will. We're about to dive in to our what could be, I think, last round. If this, are we at map point right now? 9-0. This game, again, different than what we were just doing with Onward. Only 4 points gets you a map win there. Rounds are a lot shorter here, so obviously, you know, it takes more rounds to win. 10 will get them their map 1 W as Yellow Hat with pistol in hand wins the opening trade. Absolutely battling back this team, trying to advance forward. A nice defensive hold as Chocobar and Boogerer are all in tow, barreling forward on the remaining attacker of Relentless, and it's REKT who are actually relentless on their pursuit for a victory here, locking in a map 1 W.
10-0. Good job to REKT.
Oh, and I think we put up the wrong win.
Surprisingly, in an ultimate comeback, Relentless takes it. Not quite, folks. It's still REKT's victory for map 1.
We do apologize again for those tech hiccups, but a solid and clean REKT W as anticipated. When we look at the statistics and at these teams, I mean, REKT, again, bringing a lot of experience from regular season gameplay, and we're seeing it pay off here.
Yes, we are. And the thing with Pavlov as a whole is the skill ceiling in this game is extremely high, and there is a lot of mechanics to learn. There's economy you got to learn. There's recoil mechanics you have to know. Beyond that, I mean, it's just a totally different game, too, with the movement. And even though some VR games are transferable in skills, like Veil, Breachers, all that other good stuff, Relentless, I think, is finding out the hard way that against people that have been playing this game for years at a top level, It's going to be tough.
Yeah, it is going to be tough. REKT showing why they are the team they are and definitely performing well here at 10-0 as expected. And I quite frankly think no matter where REKT go, no matter who they're up against, they're going to be the favorite. I think when we get to the finals shortly after this at this pace, REKT is going to be the team that we anticipate coming out on top even there as well. So whether it's Acer or Deathwish that come out of that alt stage, then we'll have to see. They're going to have a tough time if REKT is playing this good and going to advance into the next round.
That's exactly right.
I do think we are going to go to a brief break right now while we sort out our issues for map number 2, and then we'll come right back, hopefully for the start of the first round of map 2, and deliver that action live to you at home and in studio. We appreciate everyone being patient with us as we do get ready for our second map of the afternoon.
It's going to be a good one. Stick around.
Welcome back, everybody, to VRML CON 2025. We are here and ready to dive into our second map of the afternoon. So I say we fire it up, Quick Saber, and get ready to jump right in.
I say so. I think we've all been waiting for quite a while, so without any further ado, let's get right into the action.
Here we go, round one kicking off between REKT and Relentless. Early trades coming in out the gate. The warm-up round, excuse me, warm-up round here as we do get ready for the start of this map. After this warm-up round finishes, we will be getting right into the action. You may be seeing players reacting before what we see happens on screen. That's A-okay. Don't stress too much about that as everybody loads in, and round one of map 2 kicks off here with Relentless on the attack and REKT on defense this afternoon.
Indeed. So with REKT starting on CT, this is supposed to be a CT-sided map. So will we see REKT have another early advantage onto Relentless? We will find out here as we go over towards Relentless, and it does look like they are going to be
Full
Can't
stack
say too much,
pushing.
folks,
Yeah, we
but
don't
they
have to
are
worry
full
about
stack.
spoiling anything here because we are on a delay, so it's A-okay to call out the rotations and swings. The full stack here as Ballin finds Dank and scoops up one, rotating for more. Shots coming up over the top on the backside from Jackson Tizzy, keeping it an even 4-4 as flashbangs and utility come out over the top towards site. Plunge and Ballin finding kills. And a nice opener here as Jackson Tizzy with a double gets things rolling for Pavlov here in map 2.
And here we see Sheer pushing into sight. It's a 2v2. Are they going to check the corner? Oh, they do, and Jackson picks it up, and that is going to be a first round to REKT once they defuse this bomb.
A nice, easy defuse. The way that we defuse bombs in Pavlov is that once it's planted, you have to go physically up to it, punch in a series of numbers that are shown to you one at a time, and then if you punch them all in the correct order, you defuse it. Sometimes players scramble and mess that process up.
Oh, yeah. If you only have 6 seconds left on that bomb clock, you might be a little panicked.
Absolutely. And here we go into round 2. It's been technically 11 scoreless rounds for REKT as they do get into this series in a dominant fashion. I mean, I anticipate, obviously, that we're going to see REKT in the finals if they can keep this up. As a utility tossed around the corner blinds the entirety of this stack of defense, and a nice kill opening things up from Echo and Shears as Plunge goes down to their own nade from Trevmount, and in a blink of an eye, another point into REKT's hands.
Oh, that is an unfortunate nade because in Pavlov, if you accidentally team kill your teammates, you actually lose money. As this is an economy-based game, we can see here, looking at the scoreboard, that REKT does have enough money and rifles to keep going into this next round. Unfortunately for Relentless, they are going to choose to save this time around as they need to save their money.
Yeah, the eco phases of this game, something that are familiar in other FPS shooters, but still unique in some ways to this shooter. As we do get into round number 3, some shots coming out. I do believe we apologize for just showing the folks aiming, but eventually we'll get on to the gameplay here as we get back into the action, and already a kill coming in from Dank as they push forward for another point on the board, trying to get this aggressive attack rolling here in round 3.
They are, and it did look like Relentless was going to go for a B push, but after being pushed back, they tried to rotate, but that rotate is going to get cut off by both Booger and Echo as they come in on the flank and wipe out Relentless.
The REKT defense looking good here. As I've been saying REKT offense, it feels like it sometimes. The way they're defending, getting aggressive on the front lines here and catching out these rotations from Relentless, it obviously shows their experience here in spades. You're really seeing REKT performing well.
They do say that sometimes the best defense is a good offense, and REKT is putting that saying to the test here.
Here we go, into round number 4. Some smoke and utility getting deployed early, but no kills out the gate in our 4th round of map number 2. Again, a best of 3 here, so do or die for Relentless. They need to win this next round to stay alive as, well, they need to win at least a few rounds here. Yeah, plenty of rounds. But they want to get the ball rolling, and at least they've gotten deeply into this round without any early picks. I think that stands out to me in comparison to those last 3 rounds. They were losing players early. No one's gone quite down just yet as Trev loses a bit of HP.
A little bit. Relentless is playing pretty slowly here, but unfortunately Echo is going to find ball in a mid as Trev tries to keep them on to B, just staying and shooting some shots, but REKT is going to send some more people over towards A, which is, well, Relentless still playing slow. It's hard to tell, but I do believe that, yes, bomb is going here on A.
Frenzy Killer holding that one in their pocket, trying to make the rotation with a bit of a smoke to deny some vision as Dank catches Trev down, and here comes the rotation in with the bomb. Plant comes in right under the nose. No, not under the nose. It's Boogerer who scoops it out with a kill and looks for more through the smoke. Frenzy goes down there with that with the bomb down, and now it's Boogerer scooping up more.
Oh, with Pludge going down, that is going to secure REKT's 4th victory so far in this Reach Guy map, and it is very unfortunate that Boogerer denied that bomb plant for Relentless. You do hate to see it because the bomb plant not only keeps you in the game for another 45 seconds, but does give you some economy bonus. But that's not going to be an issue, as it does look like Relentless is going to be able to buy AKs and armor. Can they put a round on the board?
Yeah, this is kind of a do-or-die moment to be buying in at this level in this round. They really need to lock in some points here. They need to get at least a couple of kills as Echo opens up early with some aggression. Echo finding a double and Plunge, finally scooping up the refrag here on the back line as another swing out, an aggressive push, a trade between Plunge and Dank up through the middle. 2 pairs of headshots getting thrown against each other there as another kill. Jackson Tizzy with the revolver continues to be a terror.
That he does, and now we can only see Kevon Malik with 7 HP. 1 shot to any gun in the game. Oh, including the revolver as Jackson swings him and picks him up.
Jackson on
Jackson Tizzy.
That's what I was going for. That's what I was going with here. A nice KD coming in from Jackson. Speaking of, 7-0 on the round so far. Definitely doing a good job to keep their team locked in this one and in a comfortable position. Up 5-0 in map 2. As we do dive in back to the action, another rollout from the likes of the offense of Relentless. Let's see how Relentless they pursue a point here as we swap the bomb on the back line. Plunge not wanting to hold on to that one. Says, Frenzy, you handle it. You handle the bomb plant. I don't trust myself to work forward here. Boogerer scoops up 1, scoops up 2. Echo with a kill through the smoke. Boogerer with a 3rd on the backside, and Plunge is left alone and dead in a matter of seconds. A 6-0 lead here for REKT as they run away with this series.
A perfect round for REKT, not losing any of their members. And as you can see, their economy is awesome. They have multiple players with over $10,000. Unfortunately, I don't think they would want to. They can't share with the Relentless players who could use some of that cash. But I can see that Relentless keeps going for a little split play here. Oh, maybe not. We do see more of them go towards B. Now, are they going to keep going slow, or are they going to try more of a faster push?
We'll have to see as we do get into round number 7, a 6-0 lead for REKT. Will it continue to get piled on here? Will we see a single round on the side swap? And will it be a perfect 20-0 against Relentless? As shots go through on Ballin, another one connecting from Jackson Tizzy on the back line as nades and utility come in, but they're a little too late. Everyone else has been shot and picked off. As Ballin connects for Relentless, looking for more over the corner, can't quite find it, but is on the hunt with their teammate and getting flanked on the backside by Shears. The caboose comes in, and Boogerer on the front line shuts things down.
With only Trev left alive in a 1v2, this is winnable, but I don't believe he has the bomb. He does not.
Oh, so not winnable, we would suggest that. It's going to be tough. I mean, actually, in a 1v2.
I would say that I don't think he has a rifle or a pistol or anything.
We'll have
this
to
is an
see.
interesting play, but folks, you never know. Oh, does he have the bomb?
He's trying to give thumbs up.
Oh. I think he does have a rifle. I think that might just be a passive.
Oh, yeah, we have a bit of a visual bug there.
Okay,
Jackson
no worries.
still finds the kill with their pistol in hand, despite there actually being a rifle there with their opponent. And a nice kill again from REKT. They are dominating here, up 7-0. It's 17 unanswered points in a row. And I think when we look at and we analyze all of the teams here this afternoon, I think most folks are anticipating Acer and REKT in the grand finals here. Death Wish and Relentless, the underdogs, the dark horses, so to speak. If they were to be coming out on top in the semis, I think we'd be pretty surprised here on the caster desk, to say the least.
To say the least, indeed. And also, just bringing it back to Jackson, I believe he's doing all this and still topping off the scoreboard using only revolvers.
That is pretty impressive.
And unfortunately, that is his first death, as Plunge does pick him up. And we do see Relentless get to sight here with Dank getting the headshot into Kevin, but getting taken out by Ballin in return.
That's a good nade there that ends up catching a touch of damage, but not much. Another one to the back line there. Still no one down from that utility. More nades coming in over the top, and Booger and Echo absolutely overwhelmed the pillar defense that was there. Ballin's all that's left, and they're going to try and make some magic happen. They find one, and they just need two more, but can't quite scoop it up. The duo works together. Both Echo and Booger, or however you want to say it, coming out with a coordinated effort to make it 8-0 here for REKT. Again, REKT just delivering to our expectations.
Indeed. Again, CT-sided map, but also REKT is just a powerhouse of a team, and Relentless is figuring that out for themselves firsthand.
Here we go into round number 9, an 8-0 lead, and REKT continue to get aggressive here. A super far push out from Jackson on Dizzy as they push up to the front line of the smoke. The teammates looking for Jackson, but they don't find him. Where is he? He's already gone back through the smoke and is doing a bit of a ring around the rosy with these enemies, trying to find more kills. Now has 2 revolvers, and that's double the threat. Ivy Ballin shuts them down finally. Looking for more. They're in a great position for at least a double, but no more kills than that. REKT say we're not going down to another 1v2, and a much cleaner attempt there. 9-0 and now into a side swap.
Indeed. So now we are going to see Relentless swap sides, but again, with absolutely no leeway at all back to the pistol round. It is going to be tough. And just taking over a look at the scoreboard, I mean, Ballin is putting in some work on his side.
That's good.
But Jackson, Tizzy, and Booger, I mean, everybody on REKT is just powerhousing it right now.
And like you said, this is a squad that's come together for this con. A unique opportunity that we presented for everyone that bought a ticket who could make a team and participate in our online qualifiers for a chance at $5,000 for first place. And so Relentless is one of those teams. They come together from other squads, Veil, Breachers, other VRML leagues, and they're now battling up against maybe arguably the best Pavlov team players in, you know, the game. And so that's a tough challenge, to say the least, for a squad that's kind of newly formed and battling out for a chance at the prize pool here at Con.
Absolutely. But with that, we are going to see the bomb get planted here. And now they are in a 2v3, so they do have less of a mana advantage. But with Booger pushing up, does get taken out by Kevin very quickly, leaving only Dank alive to defend the bomb here.
20 seconds left for that bomb to tick down as Dank swings out and finds one. The double with the pistol in hand. Can they hold this thing down?
And the last player, Trev, with only 1 HP left, he shoots himself. And with that, folks, that is a very hard to win situation. But
REKT are our champions and advance on to the grand finals. A 2-0 series win. Congratulations.
20-0. Absolute domination by REKT.
That is it for semifinals. We're going to head it over to Sir Dimwee, who's going to be doing some giveaways, because we have a lot more things to give away. For everyone tuning in and hanging out, we appreciate you stopping by and being here at VRML CON. Dimwee, what do we got for folks at home that we are going to give away?
Well, we've got some, I'm going to grab one of these bags right quick. Sorry if I run off the camera, because we have so much stuff to give away, guys. Headset, you've got glasses, you got a keyboard, you got a mouse, you got everything. Everything you need to make Mama proud. So we got 2 of these to give away right now. One of you gets the pony bag. Yeah, the pretty pony there. So it's gonna be by ticket number. So you got a ticket to enter to get into the event here, VRML CON 2025 in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona. So it's gonna be ticket number, DNV2C, DNV2C. That could be a Z, but I'm pretty sure it's 2C. Then 3A, KQP. 3A, KQP. I think we got a winner in the audience. You can claim these by the end of the day. Anybody with a staff badge, let them know you're the winner, and I will get them to you. back to, well, whoever. Nightfire.
Thank you, Dimwee, and congratulations to our winners. That is a fine prize to be taken home. And a big shout out to our sponsors, HyperX, for providing us with tons of stuff to give away this afternoon. We really do appreciate their support. A big shout out to ProTube VR, to B Haptics, who's involved in giveaways. They have support for all of these shooters you're seeing on stage this weekend. And a big shout out to, of course, all of the developers that are supporting VRML CON, making it happen, making it a reality, and contributing into that cash prize pool. We really do appreciate it. It's because of them that we're able to do this, quite frankly. So a big shout out to Dave and the Pavlov team. We really appreciate them. It's a tremendous amount of support that we're getting here at the end of the day. So with that in mind, we are going to go to a brief intermission. We're going to set up this main stage for the grand finals, where I do believe it'll be REKT versus Acer. I'm not 100% sure on that from the alt stage, but that's what's going to be here on the main stage, the grand finals. It is REKT. I'm getting, or excuse me, Acer. I'm getting confirmation. And so that's going to be a heck of a series quick when we talk about that. But we'll save it for a little bit when we do get ready for the grand finals. Until then, we appreciate you tuning in, and stick around for more action in just a few minutes.
right after the pandemic. So I think towards the end of 2021. And just try and be as good as I possibly could. From Pavlov, I learned a lot better in conversations because you're constantly talking to new people. So there's a lot of great conversations that I've had, and it just like made me a lot better at speaking with people. I'm gonna be meeting up with a lot of the people that I've been playing the game for years with, and that's something truly unique. It's not just about the video games and the winning and the all that. It's also about like the strong community. This is full of a lot of really dedicated people that are really passionate about something. It's a place where everyone can get together and show off their passions to each other and get to revel in that experience. That's what you get to see, like at a con. You get to see the impact this organization has had on people. And it's very profound impact. They get to play on a stage in front of everybody. They get to show off the skills that they have been developing for literally years.
Welcome everybody to VRML CON 2025. We are here for the Pavlov Grand Finals. My name's Nightfire with 2 E's. I'm joined by Shimmy Marui and Quicksaber on the caster desk. Shimmy, how are we feeling today? We just watched Acer on the alt stage. Let's talk a bit about him.
Whew, Acer put on one heck of a show. Getting a 20-1 blowout, absolutely destroying Stockpile, ruining Oil Rig. They are on fire today. They are looking good.
I really am looking forward to seeing more from that Acer squad, and we actually did pull them aside. Sir Dimwee jumped in for an interview with them. Let's dive on over to that and check out how Acer is feeling after their first win. Or not. Eventually we will. We'll
there
get
it
over.
Is.
There it is.
This is REKT.
Who just won the semifinals here at VRML CON 2025 in Phoenix, Arizona. And they're going to be going on to face, well, we're not sure yet, in the finals for Pavlov. But how you guys feel? How you feel, Booger, after that victory?
I think it was expected, but I mean, it was fun nonetheless to be on stage with everyone, and yeah.
So, Dank, what's the team strategy going on there? Was there a strategy, or was it just play the game? We've got this in the bag. We'll pull out the strategy when we need it.
So we understood our competitors. We appreciate them showing up and playing the game that we love. We don't really scrim them. They don't really play the game much, but we're glad they show up. We're glad they put on a show. I know there's some goofing around. Definitely not too much hard thinking. We're saving it for the big show, for finals. So you should ask that question then.
All right, we probably will. We might. We'll find out, won't we? All right, Chaco, as we move on to that finals game, what's going to be the discussion on the team? What are you guys going to be talking about? What's the strategy? What's the thinking? What do you got on your mind going into this finals?
I'm just freaking out because I am very anxious, but I think we're good. Everyone played really good. It seems like everyone's really confident. I swapped out and they played really good, so I'm excited, and I think anything can happen in finals. So.
Awesome. So anything else you want to say? Any shout-outs you want to give before we head on to the finals here?
I just want to appreciate the people for hanging on for the technical difficulties. It was a little messy, but I'm glad to the people who stayed and really wanted to see the game.
All right, you heard it here, folks. REKT going to go on to the finals here. Stay tuned.
And we're back. Thank you, Dimwee, for giving us an insight into REKT. And let's talk about it, Quicksaber. I mean, REKT definitely showcased their skill that we were expecting, quite frankly, this afternoon in the semis.
Indeed, and I mean, so AESIR versus Deathwish, that was a 20-1. REKT versus Relentless, that was a 20-0. So we are going to see two top-tier teams duke it out, and I am so excited to see that.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about Relentless being a team formed for this con. We love to see it. It's awesome to see. It's something that you can only really do at VRML CON is create a team and get on stage to play in a game that you wouldn't otherwise be competing in at a high level in the regular season. These two teams, Shimmy, when we talk about REKT, when we talk about Acer, they're teams that know this game a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, we see them dominate other games as well. The REKT Acer rivalry goes a long way in VRML. I mean, here they are again on stage, duking it out like they did last year at Vale's VRML CON 2024 finals. These are two teams that always display the top talent of whatever game they're in.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, established brands, the way I like to look at them, with REKT and Acer both being around in the regular season for a long time. And we should be getting into our first map with these two teams here shortly. But I do think we have a interview for Acer now. I know we said we were going to do that with REKT, but now we're going to hand it over to Dimwee for an interview with Acer, where we'll dive in and hear how they're feeling after their win.
All right. I'm here with Team Acer. They just beat Death Wish in the semifinals for Pavlov here at VRML CON 2025 in Phoenix, Arizona. How y'all feeling after that victory?
It was pretty good. Just a good, confident victory. A bit of warming up, like and getting used to the stage, so it was a pretty good experience. Definitely looking forward to our REKT matchup. I think this is definitely going to be helpful in preparing us for that, because it's definitely going to be a lot harder.
So coming into this matchup, what was the thinking? Was there a strategy you came in with, or was it just let's play the game we're familiar with? We're going to let them do what they do, and we're going to take this victory. Or was there a strategy? Was there a thought process coming into this matchup?
For this game, it's mostly just like we need to get acclimated to the stage, and we have to be ready. Like we have to deal with all the elements so that like in the finals, that's the match that we're really looking to hopefully win, because that's the one that's going to be really hard. So it's mostly just like get used to it, have a little bit of fun, you know, get that like lane experience in, so that the next match we're all acclimated, we're locked in, we're ready to go.
All right. So speaking of that next match, because you're going to be taking on REKT, who they did pretty well in their semifinal matchup. What is the thinking going into that? Is there a strategy, or is this another we're just going to stick to our game and do what we do best?
We prepared a scrapbook for REKT. I don't know if it will be the most effective. They're a very good team, and we've definitely struggled a lot to play them. In all our VRML matches, they have been really close, but in scrims, they have stomped us sometimes. We can definitely pull it off. So as long as we're like all like on our stuff and we're like locked in and ready, we can definitely pull off the victory. But nonetheless, I think it's going to be a fun matchup. It's going to be a close matchup, and as long as we give it our all, that's all that really matters.
All right, and then just any shout out while you have the opportunity here on stream. Anybody we want to shout out? Anything we want to say before we go to that matchup?
Shout out Dowell and Red, Yellow, Blue for training me. And I guess I'll shout out Boris. You shout out Boris? Yeah, shout out Boris. Yeah, I guess shout out Boris. Yeah, and lots of love to Portugal and Boca, even though he's not in Portugal right now. Yeah, but that's all I'm out. Yeah, I think that's it. It's just shout out to like the whole community, just being like a great place. SMM, just fulfilling like a lot of like the competitive scene. As long as people are just playing and having fun with the game, that's all that really matters. So just keep enjoying the game, everyone. You know.
Well, you heard it here. It's going to be Team Acer going on against REKT in the finals for Pavlov here at VRML 2025 and VRML CON 2025 here at Phoenix, Arizona. We'll see you there.
Awesome. Thank you, Dimwee, for that excellent insight into the Acer squad. And I mean, Shimmy, we're just now moments away from diving into this map. After seeing both those interviews, both teams seem confident in their ability this afternoon.
Yes, Acer is definitely looking like they know what they need to do. They know that this is going to be an uphill battle. REKT is a very established brand when it comes to Pavlov. They've been around forever. They took a bit of a hiatus from Pavlov PC, but Pavlov Shack, they're still very relevant to the scene. Acer is coming in with not as much tenure in Pavlov in general. They know that they're coming for REKT's throne.
Yeah, it is not going to be an easy challenge here for the Acer squad this afternoon. And again, we should be just a few moments away from diving into the start of map number 1 in this best of 3. Not a best of 5 for the finals. It's still a best of 3, which does put a little bit of extra pressure, Quicksaber, on these players, especially when you're talking about cash and hardware on the line for the prize pool.
Oh, yeah. And especially if it's a best of 3 over a best of 5, that means you have to make less mistakes. And at this level of play, all it comes down to is who makes the fewer mistakes, especially with these top-level players. Because even though AESIR does have some newer players, such as Plump, who we were shouting out earlier, they do have some established killers, such as Kodiak, Afterthought, Nebula. It's not going to be an easy stop for REKT.
Yeah, I look forward to the series and appreciate everyone tuning in, hanging out, and enjoying the action this afternoon, whether you're here at VRML CON or live on stream. We do appreciate you at the VRML network. It's something that we have been working for what has felt like years, to centralize and bring all of these VR esports together. And here we're doing it at Con. We started today with Onward, we're ending it with Pavlov, we're starting tomorrow with Veil, we're ending it with Breachers, and then Sunday is Orion Drift. I mean, it truly is bringing all of these hyper-competitive communities together today. I mean, Shimmy, what else are you looking forward to? What other sort of matchups are you anticipating that you want to watch? Are there any OD teams that catch your eye or anything like that?
Not so much OD. I just haven't gotten to soak myself into Orion Drift as much as I want to. Tomorrow, though, I am looking forward to seeing Valor and IVI fight it out in Breachers. Oh. I am also looking very forward to seeing a potential Acer REKT rematch in Veil.
Yeah.
It's a lot of crazy matches are going to happen tomorrow. It's going to be a blast of a day.
Yeah, we have a lot prepared for you this weekend. This is the end of day one here with the Pavlov Grand Finals. And, I mean, what a treat to be able to wrap it up with this series. Again, Acer versus REKT, a storied back and forth. I cannot wait to get into our first map as we do quickly refresh and hold on and get ready for our next map. We are just waiting for the teams to create the lobby, and then we should get in. So we do appreciate your patience, and it gives me time to vamp and shout out some of our sponsors, like ProTube VR, coming together for a really nice custom VRML CON stock that we're showcasing here on the desk, ingrained with VRML CON on the sides, Phoenix on the back. It's an incredible piece of hardware that's been contributed to us by our ProTube sponsorship. They are an awesome sponsor that has supported VRML since we started doing VR esports, and we cannot appreciate them enough. So a big shout out to ProTube. Obviously, we're also sponsored by HyperX. You're seeing a lot of HyperX gear as we've been giving that away. And then maybe most importantly, I mean, I think it's quite important, the BOBO VR sponsor. I mean, you have to have that extra battery life if you're going to be playing multiple hours on stage across multiple stages.
I mean, we do have our line of BOBO batteries right here, making sure that these players are fueled and ready. BOBO VR makes fantastic products, the best head straps, in my opinion, for your headset.
Yeah, every single person up here basically has one, and when you're in the hot environment of Arizona, to have a fan built into your head strap is pretty dang cool. So a big shout out to the squads as we do get ready to dive into our first map of the day. It's REKT versus Acer in map number 1, round number 1 on Stallbreaker. Let's hear it. Pretty snazzy intro coming in there from the side of our production team, but we are still waiting to be able to jump into the lobby. So a bit of a false start on our side, so we do apologize, but hopefully we will be able to jump into this series soon and be able to catch the action live. So we do appreciate your patience and bearing with us for round 1 to begin. I don't think they've started either, as we do get able to look back and actually look at these players, Shimmy. I mean, it's a unique opportunity to actually see them aiming on stage. You know, I don't think it's something that we're ever really able to showcase outside of these events, VRML CON in particular, where we get these awesome camera angles, this great perspective, and ultimately a really cool look at how these players interact in VR. And so, again, I do think we're waiting for a lobby to be created. Sometimes these players really want the best connection that they can get before they do go in, because we aren't on a physical LAN build. So we do apologize for the delay. It's the players' desire to have a clean server for us to start into, and this is pretty standard stuff at the competitive side. You want to be able to play at your best against your opponent that you anticipate to give you the hardest challenge. So we do appreciate your patience with us as we do try and sort out those issues on stage, but hopefully we'll have a lobby for us to dive into soon. Shimmy, do you have any excess thoughts on your mind about what we've seen so far today with these teams and what we are going to see on stage? Do you think the stage may impact their performance here as they get onto the finals?
I mean, we're seeing big audiences both in the live stream as well as we've seen in person here today. Roughly about, I believe the number last I heard was 500 people have shown up, and that is a lot of eyes on you. That's a lot of pressure that you have to deal with while playing in a highly competitive environment. Pavlov already is a difficult game to play because of the high skill ceiling, because of the very hard to control guns. It has the most recoil on each gun out of any VR shooter that I've personally played.
Yeah.
So having to do that while you have a lot of eyes on you, you're listening to people yelling all around you, that's a lot to deal with. But so far, they've showcased that they can hack it, they can put up with it, and still put out amazing performances on stage.
Yeah, we do appreciate the patience with folks at home as we do try and get the lobby up, and then we will be getting into the game here soon enough. So again, it's just a matter of time before we get to see these skills on display. And let's talk utility. We saw a lot of it coming out with REKT, those nades, the backline nades, those smokes on the front line, the shots through the smokes, all of that very strategical. And like we've even heard the Acer team say, they've got a secret playbook for REKT. I got to wonder what that could include, Shimmy. I mean, what sort of things can you debut that are unique here on stage?
I mean, when you are at this level, a team develops a personality. You start having to plan around that personality. Like, them having a specific strat book just for REKT is not surprising. I've heard that from many Breachers teams as well. They have a specific strat book for Valor. They have a specific strat book for IVI. They have a specific strat book for F3. It's what you have to do to get that goal. You have to really put in the hours. You have to really analyze. You have to plan around, strategize, know your util placements. Like you said, util is extremely important in Pavlov. Getting the right smoke, getting the right nade, blocking off that one hallway that you need in order to get into sight.
Yeah, and it does look like we've finally landed on a suitable lobby for the fine folks on stage. And so as we do get into a bit of a loading phase here, a bit of a practice phase, we will get ready to dive into now for real map number 1 on Stallbreaker for Pavlov's grand finals of Acer versus REKT. Man, false start.
when it decides to load. Sometimes Pav TV does take some time.
We do apologize again for that. We may have to restart on our side. So we'll go back to looking at the beautiful folks that are on stage as we do try and get this in. It's okay. We'll just be slightly behind. They're still actually playing behind us. They're in this round. And I'm going to try and not be too loud in their ears as they do try and find these early picks in round 1. So, again, the way that Pavlov replay works is that we are on a touch of a delay. So just be aware that it's not perfectly synced. We do have our alt screen up here, though. So finally, we are into the action. We are diving in to round number 1 here as we kick off with 1:40 on the clock. And these players diving in with pistols in hand. Shimmy, tell me how things are looking here with these two squads in their first round.
We do have quite a variance on guns in this first round. We have some Tech 9s coming out. We have some Glocks users in the lobby. We see 1911s. We see a smattering of different pistols. It's very important getting this pistol round and getting that economy up. You can especially punish somebody that overbuys into that pistol round.
Yeah, absolutely. And as we do get into the action here now, we should have multiple angles to tune into as Choco Bar pushes forward with their pistol in hand. Nade and utility getting tossed through the smokes. A nice close flash that just goes a touch wide. And a good push forward coming in from Choco and squad. The bomb gets planted, and now they're fending off the retake. What a couple of shots that come through on the trio working their way through, aggressively piling forward up to that site and finding the final kill they need. Plump Quiver scoops up 2. Afterthought is not an afterthought. They find the kill they need, and they'll be defusing that EMP for a round into the hands of, I believe that's REKT on the winning side, or is it Acer?
No, that is
Acer. Sorry, I had my sides wrong there. Acer locking in their first round win.
Yeah, so
Man.
as we can see, they did start off on CT side there, and even though REKT was able to get the bomb planted, they did give themselves some extra economy. So as you can see on the top there, they are all buying AKs and rifles, but AESIR did pull ahead with the round win. So let's see, can they defend REKT with rifles?
I mean, Shimmy, we're hearing a lot of comms right now. These guys are very active in their communication when they're playing this game.
This is what it takes when you're at that top level. Your execution has to be perfect, especially a game like Pavlov, where every second counts, every move can sway around. You see that in their buys, in their choices, in their executions, their util.
Here we go into round number 2. Shots coming in through the double doors here as they do push forward. Dank finds one. Nero scoops up another, but not before Plump Quiver and Nebula find 2 of their own to keep things even. 3v3 with a minute left. The time ticks down, and oh my goodness, these players not necessarily aware of the flanks going around behind them as Kodiak finds Jackson Tizzy. That's a tough, that one gets me sometimes. And Nero finding Kodiak just like that. It looks like a nice defensive hold coming, or excuse me, offensive push coming in here.
And we hear that bomb get ready, and there it is. The plant begins. Now it looks like Acer is going to go for their post plant while REKT is going to go for their post plant while Acer tries to rotate around 2v2.
Let's see if they can put another point on the board. They're not ready for Nero. No, they are. They scoop up a nice kill. Nero not able to swing wide for the double. With that bomb ticking down, they're going to be challenged by Chocobar, who finds Taquito with a nice pickup on a long angle, and they're going to look for more. Can Taquito clutch this into the 1v1 as Utility comes sailing through on the both sides? That one goes a bit wide, and a good push up on the drop shot from Plump Quiver. They scoop up the kill, and will they be able to get bomb defuse in time? I don't think so either.
4 seconds, he runs away!
Ooh.
But no, the bomb is gonna go off. Plump goes down, and REKT ties it back up, 1-1.
Excellent, excellent job. That is one thing that is specific with Pavlov. There's no other game that really has this. You have to get out of there when that bomb goes off. Otherwise, you lose everything. All that economy that they could have saved, all those weapons, gone down the drain because they were not able to clear the bomb in time. Valiant effort, but that is a secured 1-1.
Here we go into round number 3. The comms are loud as these squads cheer and celebrate. You get a little bit of a sneak peek on what the outcome's going to be if you pay close enough attention on stage here. But as we do get into round 3, shots connecting early, but no kills out the gate as we do wait for the push forward from this offensive side. Taquito and Jackson both trading down 1 for 1. Let's see what Choco's going to do. Oh, the drop shot from Afterthought with the pistol in hand. They find one, but can't get any more than that. They went for the rifle pickup, and Neuro was there for the refrag.
Oh, Kodiak finding a sneaky knife kill on the Neuro in the smoke. Oh! And Dank does pick up Nebula. Dank does pick up Kodiak, and now it is a 1v1 for both Plump and Dank. Both players know where each other are. Oh, they trade out!
Oh my goodness. That is another round inside of REKT's pocket. The beautiful trade to finish that out. It was so close to going into Acer's hands.
What a close battle we have here this afternoon. REKT are not getting any easy rounds, Shimmy. All of these tough challenges coming in from Acer so far.
No, but they did very well with a save round. REKT had full rifles. They were ready for that. While there were multiple pistols out on the field for Acer, and they still managed to clean it to a 0-0. Unfortunately, they were not able to get the defuse and secure the round, but that's how close these teams are in skill.
Going into another full buy nearly for both squads. Yep, here rifles in hand of everyone as they push forward. Shears looking for something here on the flank, but won't quite scoop up kills just yet. The rest of the team working their way towards objective, and Shears slowly pushing forward on the edge here, Shimmy, as they try and get a line to advance forward up to that site.
Indeed, but the thing is, Shear has the bomb, so what I believe is they're doing is they're going to try and use his teammates as an advantage to hopefully take AESIR off site, which is exactly what's happening. The players are rotating off to help their players on B, but that gives Shear sight to just plant the bomb without any contest.
The action unfolding on the other side of the map right now through the walls as shots ring out. Nebula finds Dank. scoops up a nice kill there, and more pushing through the smoke. It's a great draw from the Acer team. As you say, Nebula able to pick up a couple of kills, and ultimately everybody going down pretty quick. So now the retake here gonna be pretty, well, should be easier for Acer. Into the 3v1 with bomb being planted by Shears. They're on the defense.
This is going to be a tall order for Sheer to defend against. There are 3 Acer players, all armed with M4s, coming to hunt him down. All he's got is an AK. They have util. They put out the smoke, start looking for that bomb, blocking off Sheer. But he is going to come in. He gets a little bit of damage, doesn't quite get the kill. Sheer gets one, but Nebula gets the defuse off in the smoke before Sheer can get him. That is sneaky.
That is a awesome move from Acer right there, and that's coordination, Shimmy, that we are expecting from a team that says they got a playbook for REKT.
That is fantastic. The trust that you have to have in your teammate to just stick the defuse with nothing but smoke hiding you and let your buddies take the gunfight.
While you're
that
taking
is
shots.
Amazing.
Man, what a heck of a start here. Quick, as we get tied 2-2 to open up map 1. It doesn't get closer than this. As round 4 kicks off with an early nade connecting onto Jackson. A nice toss from Nebula.
Yes, and Nebula was the bomb carrier here, so Dank is going to scoop it up. They might be trying a similar strategy what they did last time, with Dank kind of sneaking on the site, waiting for his teammates to maybe draw off some of those AESIR players. But AESIR might have learned their lesson. They are sticking 2 people still on site, and if we go back to the bomb here, yes, Dank is trying to be as sneaky as he can, but with only a deagle, shots are fired. They know there's a player on B. And the bomb goes down.
Really good job from Nebula. And yeah, this is pretty much in the hands now of Acer. They've got the bomb down. The duo here with pistols. The Eco coming in against rifles in the hands of Acer. It's definitely a solid bounce back at the end of the day on the Eco side. And it's set them up for a really clean defensive hold here in round 5.
Yeah, right now they are doing that save round. They're just trying to build up their economy. And so far it has not gone incredibly well, though it is never expected to when you have deagles versus rifles. But that's not the point of a save round. We do see the engagement coming back as they try and cross over.
Yeah, you're really just looking for anything. If you find a kill, it's a net positive because you spent almost no cash. An afterthought. Not an afterthought here as Nero finds the kill. Now it's a rifle in hand, and just like that, a big cash shift. But no, shut down. Plum says, you're not taking that through to the next round. And Acer take a lead here for the first time in the series.
Ooh, but it is a narrow, narrow lead. I mean, these teams are neck and neck, back to back. Yes, they were able to get that lead off of a save round, but now things could be completely different. This is proving to be a very, very, very exciting match.
Yeah, I mean, these players are locked in. They're on stage. They're competing for $5,000 in cash. That is no small amount, as that has to ring into their mind. You can hear the comms. They are loud because they need to talk over us, which is a LAN challenge for them, to say the least. It's a unique thing that you only get at LAN, as shots seem to be coming in early, but nothing quite connecting here in the opening seconds of round 5. 6. There's one, though.
It is Dink, though. Jackson with only 1 HP. Any shot is going to take him out.
Yeah, and you got to wonder what the play is there then. They have control of sight here. Where is bomb? It finally does come down at the end of the day. So that's money into the pocket of this offensive side. You know, so the worst case, if they can't hold on the retake, which is now a 4v4, we'll see what happens. But this could be a very interesting retake. A swing wide from Plum Quiver and a triple kill on the Acer side. Puts Shears Caboose alone. As they do find one, can Shears replicate the success of their opponent Acer and find a multi-kill here? No, they cannot. Great defense. And Acer are locked in right now, Shimmy.
They really are. They really are. They knew exactly how to keep Sheer out. The moment that Sheer got into that long hallway to try and hold a solid post plant with long angles, they knew they needed to chuck util, force him to either push forward or fall back while they get the defuse. And that's exactly what happened. Afterthought managed to get that kill when they forced Sheer forward to try and avoid the grenades. Meanwhile, somebody was hitting those buttons, making sure that bomb goes away.
It is a close one here as we battle for the first half. We're on the same sides every round until we get to 9 points, and then we swap sides. That's the way that the game of Pavlov works. You manage your economy over the course of those rounds, and eventually you try and lock in a 10-point win. And again, in a best of 3, you have limited chances to do that. So Acer got to be feeling good with a 2-point lead right now.
Oh, very much so, very much so. We do see the beginning of their push. Util has gone out, nothing quite happening just yet, though.
Bit of a pause in the aggression right now, Quicksaber, as we do get into a little bit of shots back and forth. Some utility coming out but not connecting, and maybe an aggressive swing through the smoke on the defensive side there, as you see the rotation coming through, trying to shut down the drop from Nero as Kodiak finds one.
Yes, Chaco does take out Kodiak, but are they going to find Nebula in the corner? No, as Nebula does find Jackson. With that, they still do have the bomb, and it looks like REKT is going to go for the rotate here, as Chaco does go through drop. And it does look like most of AESIR have rotated off of A site here, except for Plump, who is in the lead right now and a big, big threat. Can he stop this REKT push? No, no! Chaco gets the headshot, and with only Afterthought and Nebula left, they know where he is. The bomb is going to go down. This is not looking good for AESIR, as only Nebula, the last one left alive.
And really nice play there from REKT. I mean, they're finally seeming to come alive, maybe saying, hey, what the heck? We're down 2 points right now. Let's bounce back a little.
Indeed, and it does look like Nebula is doing the smart thing here. So again, this game is all about economy, and Nebula knows that he has a very low chance of winning. So what he's doing is he's actually looking for guns that he's going to be able to give to his dead teammates next round, so they don't have to buy and they can keep their money up.
I do have to say, one thing that is absolutely satisfying in Pavlov, I think my favorite part, is the headshots on the AK. It is so satisfying when you get that recoil pattern just right, land that second shot right on the head, and it's an instant kill. You just saw Chaco, you just saw Dank, and you just saw Sheer execute an amazing hold after post-plant with those AKs.
Yeah, get the drums going, get the noisemakers going. That's a REKT round in the pocket. It's just a little bit slower to come to fruition because the bomb planted and there was a save there. Again, something that is really valuable at the end of the day for this Acer squad. I mean, if they weren't able to save through that round, then where do we sit here? They probably have very little cash available for future rounds. And there's still a couple more, there's still 2 more at least to go here.
Yeah, and there's something about Stolbrecht that I feel just makes it slightly defensive-sided. It's very complicated to approach each site. A site, you have to deal with a lot of long hallways. It's very easy to tell if somebody's coming. It's B site, there's a lot of different cover that somebody can just utilize. But we do see that first hit coming out.
Yeah, Afterthought scooping up a nice kill on to Dank. Dank, typically one that's been finding early kills for the likes of REKT. But now, as they go down, when you have these key players playing well, it can actually really hurt your squad. So as they drop down through the hatch, a nice kill, a trade back and forth between Neuro, Chaco, and Kodiak, meaning that we still have a push on site between Chaco and Shears, but 3 left alive for Acer, holding things down as we rotate to the other side of site. I think maybe, again, a bit of a distraction, and then the bomb plant going to come through in a different location.
Indeed, once Sheer is done clearing all his corners, he will find that all the AESIR players rotated off, but unfortunately for Sheer, also killed all of his teammates. So he is going to be in yet another 1v3 if he gets this bomb down. But I don't think he's going to. I think he's going to try and rotate through Rusty back to B and try to flank them.
Ooh, now that would be a play. If this successfully works out, he will have the site completely alone as Acer looks like that.
So I think AESIR thinks that that he rotated to B. Oh, doesn't matter what they think now as Sheer makes his presence known, taking out Plump. Now the rest of AESIR knows where the last man alive is, and with only 10 seconds left, he has to get this bomb down or he loses.
Can't quite find the shots. No, Nebula scoops it up on the drop down, and Acer continue to maintain their 2-point lead. A comfortable position to be in going into the final round of the half before they swap sides.
I will have to give it to Sheer, though. Utilizing the noise that the bomb makes to try and bait out players, try and get a little bit more info, make them think that you are actually on the plant site or the plant spot, as opposed to maybe further back like he was on the ramp. That is a very, very unique thing in Pavlov that you can utilize at that high level, again, to get a little more intel, get an easy kill.
Here we go, back into the action. Round number 9 of map 1 in this best of 3. We're just really getting started, and already what a heck of a series that we're tuning into here. It's what you expect when you have Acer and REKT battling it out, and Nebula with a double kill, but not before getting scooped up by Shears over the top, as we do have a very early 2v4 already here for the likes of REKT. They're down and in a tough spot in the last round of the half.
FDR with only Dank and Choco left to try this 2v4. They are only facing one member on AESIR though, Afterthought. Only one holding down site here. If they could take him out, they might have a chance to plant the bomb. But they're playing pretty slowly here. With only 45 seconds left on the clock, REKT does have to make a move pretty soon.
Yeah, we'll see as shots come in from Choco, scooping up Afterthought, the first of many that they'll need for this comeback to be orchestrated. And then Taquito finding Choco definitely puts this into a save territory for Dank. Either that or they're going to find a couple of kills here. A nice flash around the corner, and they scoop up the first of 3 that they'll need, but they can't find any more than that. Taquito says, we're going to extend our lead a little more as Acer go up 6-3 on map 1.
Amazing half by AESIR there.
Yes, and this isn't exactly the worst position in the world to be in. Again, in my opinion at least, this is a slightly more defensive-sided map. There is room for them to come back on. But it's still a lead nonetheless.
Here we go, round to number 10. We've swapped sides, reset on the economy, so we're back to pistols to open things up here. And maybe this is the swap we need. REKT going on the defense now as Acer attack the objective and into, again, what could be a bit of a tone-setting round right now in this pistol opener.
We do see the approach coming in onto site. The engagement begins, and the presences are known. We know, wow, that B site is the target of Acer.
Well, is it? As we do see a little bit of a rotation now. As soon as you say that, seems to have maybe even caught the REKT squad out. Maybe that's part of their playbook. Leave Kodiak here, shoot more than one gun over on that site, force rotations, and then barrel down to the other side of the map, over to other objectives. Try to catch rotations out from the defense, who quite frankly seem to be scrambling to both sides. They don't know where they should be going. Should they hold down the objective that they're on or rotate over to the one where they heard shots? As Choco picks up a double kill and denies all questions they had. They just find the kills they need. Now we're into a 3v2 in favor of this defense, trying to hold things down. A nice tucked-in position from Choco. Puts another kill onto the REKT board, and they'll go down quickly to Kodiak to keep things close to a 1v2.
We do see that plant fake. Kodiak going back to site now that he has bomb. It looks like he's going to try and get that plant. No, he is going to go for the engagements. No, he is going to go for that plant.
Right under the nose of this duo here, and we'll see, can Kodiak pick up multiple kills on their defensive hold on site as they do play a little ring around the rosy. They'll pick up one, but not two. Shut down and defused. REKT are back on the board, 6-4.
And that is exactly what REKT needs in this map right now, because with that, even though AESIR did get the bomb plant, or excuse me, yes, they did get the bomb plant, it is going to be, they should be able to buy rifles, excuse me, and it's not going to be an easy round, but if they win this one, REKT is going to be in a pretty good spot.
I mean, do you take that risk? I mean, it doesn't seem like they're too keen on it right now.
They are not. They are saving their money.
No, they know for the most part they're not going to have to deal with a very, very stacked buy from Acer, so they're able to potentially save a little bit more money for later in the game. That is a smart way to play eco. Again, economy can make or break you in Pavlov. If you mess up and you sell yourself too high, buy too much, and then are broke for the rest of the game, it's not a fun situation to be in.
Here we go into round number 11. Things staying close this afternoon between these two teams, and that's what you love to see in our grand finals for Pavlov at VRML CON. We've got a great crowd here with noisemakers all hanging out, cheering on their favorite team, and we're getting ready for more action as these teams inch closer and closer to a site push.
And with that, Shears does take out Afterthought in the initial push. Neuro finding some shots on a Kodiak before they trade out. And with that, we are going to see some rotates coming from REKT. As Jackson does find Plump River, that does leave only Nebula and Taquito in a 2v4 situation with only Deagles. It is not looking great, but
yeah,
it's possible they could still make a play.
The eco round here, Shimmy, I mean, again, not something you expect to see a lot of success out of, and frankly, maybe even one kill is a success.
Yeah, they did manage to secure at least one. That's a little bit of deficit into REKT's bank accounts, but we do see now this 1v4 coming in for Taquito as he tries to get the kill, but he does not. Jackson finishes out 4v0, getting that 5th round that REKT needs to almost tie it up. They are on the verge of bringing this back to dead even.
Map 1 staying awfully close this afternoon, and both teams giving it their best effort as the first half of Map 1 stayed to a, I think, 5-4, and now we're 6-5. Just the lead here was big for the likes of Acer, but it's been slowly chipped away by REKT after the side swap.
With that, Afterthought does get the first kill on Chaco, but we are going to see the bomb go into A long here with Taquito. And it does look like, actually, that, AESIR is going to try the same strategy that REKT did when they were on T side. They're going to send most of their players, 3, over to B. And meanwhile, both Plump and Taquito are going to try and wait for some of those REKT players to rotate off so they can make a play, being very patient. Let's see what happens over on B.
Here we go into the final minute of this round. Not that rounds are that long in comparison to something like Onward, where you have a 6-minute timer. These teams have to move quick. The map's not designed to be huge and open, designed to be tight and decisive and tactical. That's what I love about Pavlov, as we do get a bomb plant here coming down from Acer. REKT's going to try on the retake. We'll see how this goes. It seems like Acer are comfortably in position to defend from this retake as they fly through the smoke. Kodiak, fortunately for the likes of REKT, only catches one. That could have been a disaster in the smoke as the smoke dissipates and Shears catches another. Nero finds Nebula, and suddenly Acer are down to 1, but the bomb still ticks. And there's a huge kill from Shears to put REKT tied 6-6.
What an excellent retake. The fun little accident of running into the smoke and suddenly finding somebody sitting there. The fact that Shear was able to make that little awkward shot and then continue to clean up with Nero and secure that site, bringing it dead even again. What an excellent retake.
You love to see a close Map 1 opener quick. I mean, it doesn't get better than this. As we take a look at the KDs and the economy, you're seeing some standout shooters on both sides step up to the plate in the LAN environment.
Absolutely, and now that it's tied back up 6-6, it truly is back to anybody's game. And yeah, I mean, we were just seeing, again, Nebula and Kodiak, who've been playing this game forever, pop off for AESIR, and Chaco and Shears, again, some of the better players to play this game, pop off on REKT. This is exactly what you want to see in the grand finals.
Here we go, Shimmy. A slow roll, to say the least, though, as they're methodical with their utility here in the smokes to make sure they're not going to get caught out on any peaks.
We do see fire coming out from Kodiak as it looks like a potential effort to draw somebody out, get a little bit of an early pick for his team.
And with that, they are still being a little slow here. They're just waiting, seeing if maybe any REKT players want to push through.
And look at the Nero push up here. Yeah, they are on the hunt for some early picks. Is this team going to be ready on the Acer side? What a snap from Plump to find that kill. It's a trade 1-for-1, and it sets off the push, which ends in a disaster of trades back and forth, leaving us into a 3v2 in favor of REKT. Disaster or a great defense, you tell me here, as Acer just try to get that bomb, which is down now and kind of out in the open.
With that, Afterthought or Nebula, either one of them has to get this bomb, but with only 30 seconds left on the clock, it's going to be tricky. The REKT players now are starting to get here with Jackson coming up. Oh, and again, taken out by Nebula, making it a 2v2 again, with only 20 seconds left on the clock, though. Yes, Afterthought is going to scoop up the bomb and try to get a plant here.
Yeah, I think they'll have the time to get it down. No, Chaco finds an angle, shuts down Afterthought, rotating over to that bomb, and now it comes down to Nebula, who has to rotate around themselves. Are they going to try and eco? I think they will. There's only seconds left on the clock, so they're going to carry with them a couple of rifles. And REKT lock in another point, retake the lead, and now sit comfortably in map 1, 7-6.
Now, some people, again, like every map in Pavlov, there's an argument. Is it CT-sided? Is it T-sided? I think that people kind of agree that this is more of a T-sided map nowadays, if you know what you're doing, which is a very important thing. Now, with that being said, though, with AESIR being down, had a little bit of a stutter there. With AESIR being down in points, the important thing is for them to not tilt and, again, not make any mistakes.
A lot of comms coming out from these squads, Shimmy. Again, it's so great to hear when you're in the arena, when you're in this theater, to hear these teams communicating so passionately, I think is the best way I can describe it, because they want to win. There's a lot on the line. $5 grand and hardware from HyperX.
And that's something I had mentioned on the alternate stage earlier, is that usually most of us, when we're playing these games, when we're playing Pavlov, Breachers, so on and so forth, we're in our rooms, we're in our play spaces alone. When you're in this area where everybody in the server is right next to you, it is magical.
Yeah, and I mean, they are hearing us, they're hearing the crowd. It's a whole nother element for these players. As a nade goes wide, almost catches too. That could have been bad. More utility coming in on the other side. And that's a huge frag. A double kill from Dank. Jackson scoops up Kodiak, and that trio gets absolutely denied. Make it 4, make it 5, make it REKT in the lead by 2.
Amazing wipeout from REKT there. That is exactly what they want. They want to keep that energy and keep that motivation in this next round. If they win the next round, AESIR might be in some trouble.
And what do you do, Shimmy, if you're Acer? You got to have a pep talk here in the starting moments of this round.
Definitely so, definitely so. But it looks like they know what to do. Based off of their buys, they know what they need to do. They know that they cannot let this win streak continue and that runaway economy to kick in for REKT. There has to be a stopping point. And if they allow one more round to go into REKT's hands, it might just be nigh unstoppable. REKT might be nigh unstoppable.
Wow. I mean, Shimmy, when we were getting into this as an opening trade here on the long angle, ends in favor of Acer, a 4v3 push that seems to be completely in Acer's control as they take control of site with some great utility placement. I anticipate a bomb plant to be coming down soon, and then the retake from Chaco, Jackson, and Dank as you're going to need to rotate in from REKT.
Oh, the bomb goes down, but Chaco is going for the clips! Doesn't get it. Close call for AESIR there. If Chaco got off those clips, that would have instantly won them around, no matter the man advantage. But as it is, now Dank is alone in a 1v2. Can he make the play and put REKT at a 6-9 map advantage?
We are playing a amazingly close series that doesn't end in REKT clutching it up with a double kill. Instead, we keep going to another round. 7-8, map 1 in this best of 3. I mean, I don't know if we anticipated it to go the distance like this, but here we are. And REKT are having a hard time against Acer. They just need this one more point, and they can't seem to get it.
I will say that full buy did absolutely come in. They bought everything they could possibly do. All of them were low on money, save for Taquito, I think, was the only person with more than $1,000. They made it work. They secured that win, and now they get to enjoy a little bit of cushion.
The comms again, so loud as they need to be able to relay info to their team. We'll see if Acer stay in this. Celebrations on their side could indicate success or failure. It's hard to tell. We have to watch and tune into the action in front of us to know as we do get into the final minute of this round. 7-8. We could be going to an overtime at this point, quite frankly. I mean, we could be going to that round to decide a winner as Acer are clinging on to map 1.
Yes, and right now, AESIR is playing rather slowly, waiting for all their teammates to get into position here, as we got some coming in from drop, some coming in from long, and here we go. The first nade goes down to the radio, doesn't quite hit its mark, but now REKT knows that there are some people over on A, and we are going to see one person rotate to Rusty, but Nebula does pick up Dank.
Nice scoop up there from Nebula. Dank going down early is hard for REKT to deal with. Now it's set up this bomb plant nicely for Acer. And losing Kodiak. No, they get it down just in time. Jackson Tizzy scoops up a kill of their own. Acer are down to 3. Can they hold this retake? Can they fend off Chocobar? They certainly can. Can they fend off what is going to be Jackson on Tizzy pushing as well? The cross there goes just past Jackson's angle. And for now, the hold is looking good. A 1-for-1 trade keeps it to a 2v2. 1v2. Jackson trying to clutch this for their team and running out of time. 15 seconds left. Flies out in the open. Finds one, but can't get the double. We're going to it. Another round. It's 8-8.
Excellent cross angle from AESIR there. That completely shuts down the potential clutch. And yes, now that it's all tied up, again, it's anybody's game. Folks, I'll keep saying it. It's whoever makes the least amount of mistakes. And we are seeing it now. And at 8-8, the tensions are high. More mistakes are bound to be made. Let's just see how it goes out.
Shimmy, remind the folks at home, how does it work now? Is it a win by 2? Is it the next point wins? What's the win condition for a team that's tied 8-8 here?
Now, in Pavlov, it is just straight up first team to 10. Doesn't matter if it's a 10-9. Doesn't matter if it's an 8-8. It is first team to 10. So every point matters. Anybody can squeak out a win as long as there aren't 10 on the board.
Here we go, a minute 20 on the clock. Acer working their way forward, and what an aggressive swing coming in on the back line from the likes of REKT. An early kill, getting scooped up, looking to put them up 9-8 as Nebula finds a refrag. Are they going to be ready for what is a really delayed swing on the back line? No, they don't get caught out. Comes close, but no quite. There's a good pickup from Nebula, continuing to find connections and keep this Acer squad in it. A triple kill from Nebula and a team kill. Okay, so maybe not a triple, a double -1. It's just a kill. Who knows? Chaco finds the refrag nonetheless. Plump finds Dank, and suddenly Shears is all alone on the side of REKT in a 1v2. Tied 8-8. Acer just trying to get to that map point here. They very well could if they find this final kill.
Now, Taquito was a little bit delayed. I think somebody left the bomb spawn possibly, but now he is coming. With 30 seconds left on the clock, he is going to have time to plant here. Now, it's up to Sheer, though. I think Sheer is going to rotate into radio room here, which is an alternate angle. Maybe trying to see if the Acer players are expecting him to come back from main. But as the time ticks down, the Acer players are getting into a pretty solid position here. One player playing back on A main and one player playing back in secret. Can Sheer clutch it up?
30 seconds left on the clock, and they snap for one. Plump goes down. Sheer looking to clutch this up in a 1v1 against Taquito. They have to get this bomb defused. They're going to bait it out, and they can't snap to Taquito. It's Acer going up 9-8 and taking us to map point.
Oh, and that is such a great example of why sides matter so much, as even though Sheer did get the headshot, he only had an M4 because he's on CT, and M4s are a 2-shot kill. You take off the helmet, then you get the head. AKs have the advantage as they go, oh, a little stuck there, as they go, through the head instantly.
This has been one roller coaster of a match. We have swung back and forth on leads all map, and here we are at the wire for a potential match point.
I mean, 9-8 by Acer. I think a lot of folks in the analyst desk were thinking REKT would be the squad to take their initial map here in this series, but Acer have come out real strong and in really good form. Their playbook working nicely until they lose an early advancement from Kodiak. They're really getting aggressive without the rest of their team. It seems a little bit of miscommunication or desync, between Kodiak and the rest of the squad here on this round, and maybe an opportunity. Any little mistake matters for this REKT squad to put it up 9-9.
Oh, absolutely. Having that man disadvantage already when they haven't even begun their push, that's not where you want to be when you're attacking, especially this B side. It's given the early rotation, and all of REKT are swarming, looking to deny anything.
9-8, so close with 50 seconds left on the clock, and a lead here on the kills. With a 2-2 split, they're trying to divide both of these players. Shots coming in from the back, shots coming in from the front. Both sides getting pressure applied to them, and ultimately only one's going to matter as Shears looks for 2 and can't quite find it. Plump able to tuck back in time and swing wide for a refrag. It means that Plump's able to hold on to the bomb. alive from Nebula without a bomb in hand. This is definitely going to be an eco.
Oh, yeah. So saving up for the last round. Speaking of eco, looking at their economy, Kodiak not in the best of shapes here. Neither is Taquito. And meanwhile, REKT, I mean, with all their players still being alive, they're going to be in pretty good shape for this final round here as we go into the 9-9.
Well, things getting crazy over on both of these sides as celebrations coming in. We'll see how this ends. It's 9-9. It's Acer versus REKT. And map 1 bringing us awfully close in this final back and forth here, as we do appreciate the patience of everyone tuning in. And here we go. How does this end, Shimmy? I mean, so far, Acer and REKT couldn't have given us a better grand finals here at VRML CON for a Friday night.
No, this match has felt almost scripted. The amount of swings and action that we have had, the change up in leads, it's been beautiful. But like you said, this is the wire. Next point wins. Doesn't matter who. Everybody is armed to the teeth. Everything they could possibly afford is in play.
Yeah, this is really, truly the equalizer round. It's the test of your skill using all the utility and the best kits, the standard meta guns on display here. As Afterthought deploys a bit of early smoke, trying to draw out this REKT squad over to site. We'll have to see how Acer manages their way through the front line. It's a 1-1-3 split as this trio works their way over to site, and this is a trio I think that REKT have to watch out for. Look at the utility coming in. The nade toss goes a little too far on the back line. A follow-up connects for a touch of damage. The bomb trying to work through smokes, but it's not finding... Well, is it going down? Yes, it is. Uncontested? No, not quite finally planted there. There it gets put down, but not before Chaco picks up a double. Afterthought and Plump go down. Kodiak scoops up Dank. Jackson finds one themselves. Nebula keeping things close to a 3v2 as Chaco Bar, Shears, and Neuro are the only ones left alive. Trying to find this defensive hold. 30 seconds left on the retake. They know one's tucked into the corner as Nebula catches only one for their trouble. And the swing from REKT. They've got the kills. They've got the defuse. It's REKT with a victory.
Woo, woo. Now that was a map. That was a game. This is why we are here. This is why these are the two most dominant teams in all of Pavlov and arguably all of VR esports.
What a map 1 opener here. I mean, quick, a stellar way to start off our grand finals. And, well, we go to series point with REKT taking us there. How do you feel?
I feel insane. That was such a great game to watch. That was down to the wire. And again, if every map is like this, I just might explode. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we cannot complain.
It really
here.
does go to show the high level of these players. And again, just what a couple mistakes there could cost you. As if that went just a little bit differently, we could easily see AESIR taking map 1.
Yep, a close series to start us off, and I think we're only going to take a pretty quick break because we are going to want to jump right into map number 2 without too much delay, but we're going to take a quick pause here on the desk. We're going to take you over to an intermission, and we'll be right back. Whew. Welcome back, everybody, to VRML CON 2025. We've got replays on display right now because, Shimmy, there's a lot of them. Some great action that unfolded in front of us here this afternoon. A great back and forth, and I'd like to look at more, but we don't have a lot of time. We have giveaways that we got to dive into, and then map 2. So we'll hand it over to Sir Dimwee to help us do just that.
Yes, we do have more giveaways. Of course, we still have one of them not unclaimed from earlier today. We have to the end of today to claim these bags that are full of everything you want from HyperX. So just to re-announce the unclaimed winner from earlier, that is ticket DNUZC, excuse me, DNVCZC. Pick that up by the end of today, or else it's gonna go back and we're gonna give it away tomorrow. But we have another winner right now, another grab bag. This one right here, pretty princess style. All right, that is gonna be ticket number SZNQM. SZNQM, you have till the end of the day to claim your pretty princess bag. Back to you, Nightfire.
Congratulations to our winners. We've had a couple already today, and it's a big thing. Thanks to our sponsors. So a big shout out to HyperX, ProTube, bHaptics, BOBO VR, and all of the developers of all of the games on stage today for supporting the VRML and enabling VRML CON. We should be getting ready for map 2 here as these players get headsets on and get ready for our action, because we are on a tight timeline at the end of the day. And so I am curious to see how they're going to be working with that stamina test, right? I mean, this is, they just played a brutal back and forth for an hour.
Oh yeah, that was one heck of a slugfest. And I know that we have a timetable to keep, but I would love to see 3 maps total. I would love to see this go down to the wire. But this is a battle of endurance. Eventually the gas will run out.
Yep.
Question is, who will run out of gas first?
Yeah, it is the ultimate test when you get into the live environment. And I mean, so far, both teams are saying that we're here to play. We're showing up with our best foot forward because, again, it just doesn't get better than a 9-9 map 1 quick. You can't get any better than that, I feel like.
Absolutely. I think it's much more enjoyable to watch for everybody at 9-9 versus a 10-0 or a 10-1. I think these matches are going to be so great, guys. And again, that could have easily have gone to AESIR. This next map, I have no idea who's it's going to go to. Excuse me. And with that being said, I know we have analysts that say like REKT is the most favorable to win, but again, you can't just count AESIR out. Like they do have newer players, but they also have those experienced players that just really carried that game, like Kodiak, Nebula. I think he was the #1 top fragger,
yeah.
But he went off. And again, it's just people like that you cannot discount and who are giving us these awesome games.
Yeah, it is, again, an excellent series to tune into here this afternoon. And there's a decent chunk of change on the line at the end of the day. $5 grand and HyperX hardware that these teams are competing for. So on top of that stamina test, the live pressure, there's also the thought in the back of their mind about the prize pool. That's, again, the best and maybe ultimate test of these teams.
Oh, definitely. There's a lot to win here. It's not just titles and glory. There are actual dollar amounts tied to this. And I mean, that might not be it either. But again, this is a rivalry. REKT and Acer. Somebody wants to be the dominant one. Somebody wants to be the team that's on top, the org to be. And this is one of those games that's a staple in the VR esports community.
Yeah.
It's another attack on the belt.
A very familiar game, I feel like. You know, you ask a general VR user, you've heard of Pavlov, the answer is yes. You know, this is a game that a lot of people are familiar with, a lot of people are eager to tune into and see played live on stage, and that's what they're getting here this afternoon across multiple stages with some tech hiccups here and there, but that's how things go in a live event. They're almost unavoidable as we do wait for teams to find that lobby that they like the most, and then we'll dive in, because I mean, frankly, when it's this competitive, it's understandable that they want to have the best lobby to be able to jump into. So we do appreciate the patience of everyone tuning in and hanging out and enjoying the action. We just have to kind of vamp until eventually we get into a map. So it takes a bit of time, and we do apologize for that. It does give us opportunity to shout out our sponsors. I had a ProTube stock over here. I think it's been used, but someone found it. Maybe it's under my desk somewhere. Maybe
I believe one of the staff members came by and they borrowed it.
Yeah, borrowed. We'll see. We'll see if I see that one again. Those stocks pretty dang cool with the inscription on them, and I think worth being here for the giveaways, because those are involved. We did give away 2 earlier today. We have 10. And, well, now not that many, maybe only 6, depending on where they all go. But either way, it does look like we have a lobby up. It does look like we have players in. It does look like we are about ready for map number 2 here between REKT and Acer, these 2 giants battling it out. And, I mean, what do you think of this second map, Jimmy, the second map choice here?
Ooh, we got Stockpile. Stockpile is a community map, extremely popular amongst the VRML and the casual player base of Pavlov, both PC and Shack. This is one of the maps that was originally community created and then brought into the game officially, just like Oil Rig. It is a favorite amongst a lot of teams.
And we're here for the start of round number 1 in map 2. We have Acer on the blue team, REKT on the red team, going at it in our, what it could be last map of the day here, Shimmy, if REKT have anything to say about it.
I don't know. I do not want this to end in 2 maps. I want to see this go to the very end.
I'm sure that's what Acer want too, as we open up into a REKT push forward here, getting aggressive over towards that A site. We'll see if they can find some coordination as a team with their pistols in hand as they do all push forward here. Shears and the rest of the squad, Chaco and Dank, Nero, all working their way up together, trying to find an angle up to the site, and bomb does get planted over on site with almost no kills coming through. Only 1 pick on the side of Acer, make it 2.
And with that, we are going to see Kodiak keep going through, but he is going to get taken out by Jackson, with only Nebula now in a 1v3 situation. Does take out Dank. Can he find the other?
Swinging wide on the hunt for the double kill and not really time their enemy here. 15 seconds on the clock, getting hit from both sides. They are forced to work up to bomb and forced into a kill. Can they find a second? That's the question. Are we going to see a big clutch from the Acer side? They're going to go for the defuse right under the nose of Nero, and no. It's Nero with a round and up 1-0.
Unfortunately, doesn't get to take anything over to the next round, but that is 1 point in the hand of REKT. Luckily, pistol round. They're not losing a ton.
Right, and with that here, we are going to see Acer stick to their save weapons here.
And we do apologize for the mouse in your screen. We understand the folks in chat probably yelling at us, but hey, we appreciate you in chat tuning in, hanging out, and enjoying the action. We appreciate you live right here at VRML CON for our 3rd in-person event, a tremendous opportunity for teams like Acer and REKT who have qualified across multiple games and are now competing for $5 grand in Pavlov at the end of Friday night.
And with that, the bomb is going to get down. Kodiak with a knife throw kill is going to get Dank before Nero takes him out. And with that being said, it is going to be a 4v4 here. But without any weapons, Jackson is going to find an easy kill in the Nebula. On to Plump.
The triple from Jackson. REKT in control, and only 1 left alive for Afterthought. An absolutely powerful opening 2-0 lead for REKT here. And Shimmy, we got to remember where they just came from, a 10-9 win. That's almost more demoralizing to their opponent than anything.
Oh, absolutely. Just because you lost it at oh my goodness, the knife. Oh my God. But yeah, it came down to the wire. They are mad that they lost that just by the tiniest bit probably. But this is, again, Acer. They know how to play. They know how to correct themselves. They know how to keep calm. Now, we do finally see those full buys, and I do have to call out Jackson Tizzy using the Shorty AK. I love that gun. Seeing a triple off of it. No, quadruple.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Pretty solid performance here from REKT as Acer try and go for a little something here as they're defending what is a 2-3 split. An aggressive swing out from Kodiak, catches Jackson. Are they going to scoop up anymore? Chocobor is on high alert. A nice flash shuts Choco advancing through. And they do an advantage round for Acer, up 5-4.
And with that, they are going to slow it down. And with the bomb still being down, actually. They drop bomb and spawn, and I'm not sure if they know it. Plumpliver taking out Nero. That is a very big disadvantage, as even Sheer is able to pick up Afterthought. And Dank trades out with Plump.
Ooh.
Now Choco's left in a 1v3 without the bomb. Is he going to realize and go back to it, though? That is the question.
If they do, it's going to be a long way to a round win and a big clutch that Choco is going to need to secure here. The 1v3 with 30 seconds on the clock. Can Choco get that bomb plant and set up for a retake defense here? That's certainly one way to start it. Kodiak finds a bullet to the face as Choco rounds the corner. And Choco now again rotating back to B. What a nice maneuver. You can see it. They're trying to read over to an A shift. Choco may get a free plant here. Maybe they won't.
No, with only 10 seconds left, it's going to be tight. And there is an AESIR player looking to stop it. And it does. Nebula taking out Choco, denying the plant, and giving AESIR their first point on the board.
Well done from Acer. Being able to shut down that REKT push. Finally get a point on the board for Stockpile. Again, like I said, they know how to correct themselves. Sure, they were probably feeling down, but now they're starting to feel the wind back in their sails. They got that full buy that they needed. They got the weapons that they needed to be able to challenge the eco advantage that REKT had.
And Acer trying to bounce back from a 2-0 deficit early. Likely taking this 2-2 if there's anything they have to say about it. They're riding momentum right now. But a good push. Over the top, nades connecting, but no kills quite yet. Chocobar sees Jackson go down, and their teammates get picked apart from a double kill from Afterthought. Dank with a double kill of their own, and REKT trying to fight back against Acer into a 2v2, make it a 1v2, all up to Dank.
With that, now Nebula is low on HP, which does give him an advantage. If he shoots him once, no matter where, he is going to get the kill, just like that. And now it's a 1v1. Now Taquito is full HP. Dank has been playing the game longer. Who's going to win?
Is it going to be experience or raw stats and, well, reaction time coming in from Taquito here? They've tucked in. They're waiting. Dank not quite sure where this last defender is. And time ticks down. 40 seconds on the clock. Eventually, they're going to have to make a move here. As again, a very patient Taquito stays tucked into the corner. Neither player quite eager to move. We're not stalled. We're not paused. The game is live. Time's ticking down on your clock. It is just holding pattern between these two teams right now.
I think Dank might think he's an A main. It's just a possibility. Oh, but as Dank checks his corners, he realizes he's running out of time with only 10 seconds left. He needs to get this bomb and plant it, but Taquito is so patient, not rotating, not moving at all. And he's going, and his patience pays off as Dank just picks up some guns to give to his teammates later as AESIR picks up another round and ties the game.
I mean, Shimmy, these are guys that know the game in and out. For time to be their enemy is interesting.
Oh, definitely. But I will say, Taquito, even though he has less time in the game, you're talking about somebody that's won multiple seasons of Veil. He understands the format of this game. He understands how to play VR shooters. He knows exactly what he needs to do to guarantee a win in a game that is formatted like this. Veil being a fairly similar styled game to Pavlov. He just has to take his game sense from that game to this one, and it already shows that it's succeeding.
Nero on the hunt for some kills as shots ring out early here from them and their AK. A nice nade over the top, doesn't connect with much, and they lose Nebula early on the Acer side. A nice pickup for Choco. I think the first time we've seen an early kill on the side of REKT in a couple of rounds.
Sheer moving up A long, trying to find something as Kodiak and Nero do trade out over yonder. Now, I'm not sure what REKT is trying to do. It looks like they're splitting up here, trying to maybe just take out the Acer players like all over the map here, but Plumpriver does find Jackson, and Sheer takes out Taquito. Choco picking up Plumpriver. That is going to put Afterthought now in a 1v3 situation with only 33 HP. He is now one shot to any of the weapons that the REKT team has. Not a great situation to be in. Suboptimal, as the kids might say.
You can hear, you know, when things don't go right. Sometimes some words come out, and that's the beauty of the live environment, is that even though it's close, sometimes it really stings the most here. A nice swing, a kill from Afterthought. They have such low HP. For them to even be able to be a threat is huge. That's a big advantage. They're looking for more now. As the plant comes in, Dank tucks in, and they're super nervous about Afterthought. They don't know Afterthought has a sliver of HP, just like Dank has a sliver of HP here. And they'll go down. Afterthought's trying to clutch this. And they can't.
Tries is right, but Chaco shuts down the clutch, and REKT pulls ahead, 3-2.
That was coming down to wires. That was very, very close. Everybody was low except for one person, and that's all they needed to finish it out. Afterthought did come close to winning that. He did get that 2K. He was getting ready for that bomb defusal. Just unfortunately, there was one more REKT player in his way.
That there was, and excuse me, folks, the game did go down for just a second, but here we are, right back to where we are with REKT with 1 round ahead.
They would never know. It's A-OK. We're handling tech issues on the backside that you can't even see because we've got awesome camera angles of these players live on stage that we're showing. And Acer and REKT down a point here. Acer trying to get back into this. It is close. And REKT are looking good right now, bouncing back to make it 3-2.
And with that, Jackson does get the nice headshot into Kodiak right away. And it looks like REKT is trying to maybe take A here. As Jackson does find the kill onto Nebula as well. That is going to give them sight. Finding the headshot, does not find Plumpwiper coming in from mid. As Plum picks up 2 nice headshots with the G3. 3v3 now. The bomb is down.
They're going to have to push up for the retake here. A 3v3 with, again, smokes out, denying advancement through. Dank catches Afterthought. Takes it to a 3v2. The REKT squad looking good on their hold here. Another kill, but Taquito able to find Shears. Can they get more? They find Nero. They're looking for the triple, and they'll get it. Dank goes down.
God.
Holy,
what
amazing
a gunman. And he secures the defuse. What a beautiful play. 1v3 to 1v0 plus defuse. Taquito is a monster right now.
Yes,
yeah, Acer are in good shape. You're seeing them play a solid game this afternoon, giving REKT a heck of a challenge here in map number 4. Map number 2 in this best of 3. It's hard to remember where we are. But round 7, as we get closer and closer to the side swap, Shimmy, that could be a big deal when it happens.
Stockpile is a map that I find to be a little bit more even. There are some ways to approach site that make it very easy to attack, but there are also some very, very good holds that you can deny most anything from. So, keeping this even split, it's hard to say if it's anybody's match right now.
3-3, bomb going down, a couple of kills coming in on the side of REKT, with Afterthought finding Jackson. Dank scooping up Afterthought, keeping advantage into the favor of REKT. It's a 4-2 with bomb plant. This one's looking good for REKT. Up 4-1 now, and finally picking off the final attacker, or defender, excuse me. It's REKT up 4-3.
And we see that lead go right back into REKT's hands. Those AKs and those M4s doing work.
Yes, they are. And with that, I do believe we are going to see a save out of AESIR here, which is going to put them obviously in a disadvantage. But, well, anything is possible, folks.
No kidding. I mean, that's the beauty of LAN, Shimmy, is that we're here to see these teams play in an environment they've never played in before.
That is right. This is the first time that Pavlov is on stage.
Jackson with the immediate double.
Afterthought finds at least the refrag on a Jackson to shut down that early aggression, but it's a 4-3 advantage into REKT's favor, and they've been getting these plants down pretty successfully. A nice snap there from Shears. They had bomb in hand. They lost their backline defense. They swing around for a kill, and it's suddenly Kodiak alone in a 1v2, and they'll get picked off. REKT into a 2-point lead, 5-3. And that's the first half. Can I do math? 5, 6, 7, 8. No, we have one more round. It's tough. We're never good. Math's not our strong suit on the desk.
Well, we're not mathematicians. That's why we play VR.
It has also been a very, very long day. So
sure, thanks.
We're empty. We're getting low on the gas tank, just like these players are. But we are not out of the woods yet.
Yeah, and I mean, REKT certainly getting a bit of momentum here. A 2-point lead is nice for this REKT squad, and we'll have to see what they're able to string together. Can they keep the momentum going? Can they keep putting points on the board and maybe extend this up to a 3-point lead? That's what's on the line at the end of the day as Jackson and the rest of this team move forward. Taquito already catching one on the Shears to set up a nice early lead. Nebula and Taquito doing more work, shutting down Chocobar. The advancement from Jackson does catch one, and REKT are into a 2v3. Acer trying to stop another bomb plant.
Oh, but I think REKT did lead bomb and spawn yet again. So that is going to give them a bit of disadvantage with only a minute left on the clock, and Plumpwiver in position here. Oh, but not looking the right way, as Dank is able to take him out and put Kodiak and Nebula in a 2v2 situation.
Big swing there at the end of the day, Shimmy. That's a confident approach to be taking, to go that deep to hunt for your enemy in a LAN environment. I mean, hey, it pays off at the end of the day.
Sometimes it pays to be in that off angle that nobody's quite predicting just yet. But it doesn't look like it's going to quite come into effect.
Bomb going to go down. And now the retake. How does Acer handle this? They haven't had a ton of success on retakes so far this afternoon, and Kodiak has found success. A couple of kills in map 1, now looking good in map 2. I think they had a knife kill earlier in this round, so not ready for the close quarter swing, but another kill on the back line puts it into a 1v1. A smoke comes out, but it doesn't bloom in time. Jackson finds the kill. A 3-point lead for REKT, 4 away from a series win.
Indeed, Jackson just leading the way at 13-7, followed closely by Dank, 11-6, both putting up massive, massive points for REKT and really helping them secure their 6-3 half advantage. And in Stockpile, I do believe that this is now considered to be a CT-sided map. So with all the advantage and motivation that they have from supposedly winning the harder side, maybe they'll find it even easier on CT and secure this map. Or AESIR will show their dominance on T side, and we might see a flip.
I do got to say, their attacks were absolutely phenomenal. They clearly had rehearsed all of those pushes. Even with dropping bombs, they've just continually put points on the board.
That they are doing.
Here we go, 6-3, REKT in control as nades and utility come through. Acer with a trio trying to swing around wide and get some pressure onto site together, overwhelm that single defender as Dank finds one onto Afterthought. A nice flash there connects, and it opens up an opportunity for some damage to be done. Plump takes some damage, Taquito takes some damage, and now they're gonna have to work forward a little bit less than optimal on their plant on HP as another nade comes over the top. That's going to end in the demise of Jackson. Shears able to pick up Kodiak and on the hunt for more.
Yes, and it's going to be a tight hold here, 3v3, but unfortunately Taquito, all of them have less health than 100. Oh, as Plump does find Choco, however, before Nero finds Taquito. The blows are coming out, back and forth.
Down to a 2v2. Nebula and Nero both finding kills for their team, taking us into a 1v1. Nero gonna have to clutch this up as time ticks down. They'll swing for the kill, and it's REKT in a 7-3 lead, in control of map 2 and getting closer and closer to a series win. $5,000, a medal from VRML CON and HyperX hardware.
I mean, right now, REKT is looking unstoppable. Jackson, Nero, putting points on the board, doing work for their teams. But honestly, every single one of them is looking amazing in this server right now. Acer as well, they are fighting tooth and nail. Just, it happens to be going the way of REKT. Every round, it feels like, has come down to 1 or 2 alive on this specific map.
Here we go, round number 11. A 7-3 lead as Acer battle every inch for more points. They're going to try and get an A-site push here. They're going to run into some resistance. Shears finds one, but not before going down. Dank scoops up another, and REKT are in control. Jackson and Choco all finding kills, and suddenly Plump is alone in a 1v4, and this is not where you want to be if you're this team on Acer right now.
No, not with that. Not with that AK buy. Unfortunately, they did try and force it, try and utilize a couple hero buys, but it didn't quite pan out against those UMPs. Those UMPs able to hold the line for REKT.
Yes, they will. And as we do get a good close-up, folks, I do want to remind that Plump is using the VRML CON 2024 skin for the AK, which, if you are attending VRML CON here, you can go to the Pavlov booth and pick up a 2025 skin, which I'm not going to spoil what it is, but it looks cool.
Oh, it's so sick. It is a awesome skin produced by the devs of Pavlov Vankrupt Games. We appreciate them and their support of VRML, enabling us to do this, contributing in $5 grand to prizing, making it so that Plump is going to eco here. Instead of getting over aggressive and go for challenges, they're going to try and carry this rifle through because every little dollar matters.
Especially when you're down that much.
Completely understandable. If you look at Acer's economy right now, it is in shambles. Everybody is out, except for Taquito with 700 in the bank. They need this. They need this for the next round because REKT is about to be 3-8. They're going to be 2 points away from winning Map 2 and the entire tournament. They need every little thing they can bring into the next round.
Yes, you can. As we get the close-up,
look into the eyes
of a defender
of
as
the
he does save.
Acer squad. We can't look into their eyes in real life because they got VR headsets on, but we do see them on stage. A big shout out to both teams. Let's hear it for folks at home. VRML CON 2025. How are we feeling in the theater?
Get up!
You'll love the crowd hype in the finals for Pavlov. It's awesome to see everyone come out to tune in and watch their favorite team battle against each other. 8-3, here we go, round number 12.
We do see that slow approach happening. As I said, a lot of saves coming in, that one single AK being that saving grace.
And with that here, they are going to do a slow play here with only Deagles left. They're saving all their money they can for the final round. And they might be trying to go more towards a B play here with 3 players stacked up here in Snake, just waiting to see if any REKT player gets a little too happy on the trigger and tries to push up into them. But unfortunately for AESIR, you hate to see it, that REKT is not taking the bait and they are holding back, playing smart, not pushing up, but holding the proper positions.
Utility nades coming in, and REKT slowing things down just a little bit, it feels like. Or maybe Acer, excuse me, slowing things down. They're just not deciding to commit to a site yet. They've been lingering on the outside of B, and the clock's ticking down. 40 seconds left with a little bit of ground covered. We'll see how it goes.
We do see that default out, trying to find a single pick, but unfortunately one of theirs went down instead. I mean, right now, when they're in this position, they need to just crawl and claw for every little thing that they can get. Those deagle shots coming out, not quite finding anybody.
Oof, Taquito taking big damage and a kill coming in. Not a double, as we have a tuck in from Plump. They're able to avoid shots over the top. Calling in for reinforcements. They'll get them, but not in time. Jackson catches that one. Afterthought goes down, and it's just Nebula.
Nebula.
What?
A knife? They don't know he's there!
Oh my goodness! They tried to go for the swag kill.
Amazing.
Oh, no! REKT completely thought that Nebula is just one of their teammates, and Nebula took full advantage of that, getting that knife kill. And again, a knife kill, even though it's 390, lost a round, the knife kill nets you a bonus of $1,000 in economy bonus. So that was extremely, extremely not just cool, but also very smart of Nebula.
What a sneaky play.
You think we were going to see knife kills shimmy when we were jumping into the Pavlov finals today?
No, and we've seen 2 now. So
I know, yeah, 2. Whoa! Oh, Taquito.
Scary trade there.
Getting saved by their teammate as they're the one holding the bomb, so they actually are the one you want to protect. Protect the VIP, if you will. As kills come in from Shears, Plump, and Afterthought, things stay pretty close, but in favor for Acer for the first time in a while. Bomb goes down, and they've got a nice 3-2 advantage on the retake defense.
I mean, backs are against the wall right now. Like, Acer has to make sure that this works. It is right now a 3v2 with good buys on both sides. They have the technical advantage in this post-plant situation.
Let's see what we get. A nice kill there from Jackson. Takes us to 2-2.
Oh, as Nero goes down by Taquito, though. It's only up to Jackson. He's being aggressive. Oh, and that is going to get him killed as Nebula finds the headshot. Even though Jackson does fight Taquito, that is going to keep AESIR in the game, giving them their 4th round victory.
keeping us in this one here, a 9-4 lead. Still 5 points to go if this Acer squad wants to retake things. And I think we're about to get into a tense round as we do get ready for round number 14 between these two players. One of these squads going to be advancing forward here as we see some celebrations maybe if you have the crowd cam going. But we're going to find out how this unfolds live on cam in front of us here as this Acer squad slowly works their way up. Can REKT lock in the one round they need to win $5 grand, HyperX hardware, and that VRML CON Phoenix medal? That's what's on the line.
Everything that you have just mentioned and a lot of pride is at stake right now as we see Jackson get his first kick and we see that 4v5 happen.
Yeah, Kodiak goes down. A nice scoop up from Nero. Puts them into a solid position here. Trading back and forth. Keeps things close to a 3-2. And what's the play? What do Taquito and or Nebula and Afterthought do here? It seems to me like it's a rotation. Trying to get utility out. Trying to swing wide here. On what is a good defense? No, it gets shut down. A snapshot from Nebula. We're into a 2v2 now as Shears goes down. And there's only Dank and Chaco left on the defensive side.
Oh, this is a tight spot to be in for AESIR. With that, they're going to try and double back to B to do the double rotate. But I don't know. REKT is not falling for it. They are keeping what I believe is Choco Bar on back. Oh, and he finds Nebula, and he takes it! And he takes home the victory! REKT are your grand champions in Pavlov!
That is some top-tier Pavlov right there. What a beautiful match. REKT showing their stuff, showing why they are the kings in VRML Pavlov.
Oh my gosh, that is exactly what you want to see when you are REKT. You love to see it. And oh man, that was an amazing, amazing match. Wasn't as close as Stallbreaker, but that being said, AESIR put in a very, very tough fight. Heck of a fight. But with that being said, folks, REKT are going to be your champions for this evening.
What?
Thank you guys on the desk. Congratulations to our champions. Let's hear it one more time for REKT, the Pavlov VRML CON champs. They're getting their medals. They're officially the VRML CON 2025 champion. I'll start down here at the end. How does it feel to be putting that medal around your neck after that hard-fought victory?
It feels great. I didn't get to play the last game, but watching them was super exciting. And I think especially the first map was one of the most entertaining games of Pavlov I've ever seen.
I can't agree enough. How does it feel to be in a matchup like this one on stage for the first time for Pavlov?
It was very fun. It was very entertaining for you guys, I can tell. A 10-9 first map was probably, like he said, the best Pavlov match I've ever seen. I got nothing else to say. It was pretty fun.
You're sweaty. It's been a long day. How does it feel to be done with what was a really solid win here from REKT?
I'm really glad we were able to take it home. It got really fun. 10-9 first map. It was really fun playing against them. We haven't seen that from them on a map like Stall before. So it actually came up and made it really interesting. So I'm really happy about that.
You know, I don't know if you guys heard it, but in the interview, Acer said they had a specific playbook for you. Did you feel that in this matchup? Did you feel like they were bringing plays specifically to you?
I could definitely feel it on Stallbreaker. Yeah. It was a really fun game. GG's.
Any shout outs to anyone out there that's a REKT fan, anyone that you want to say thanks to after a solid win here today?
The REKT family, everybody watching the stream, thank you guys for supporting us. Acer is a very good team. We have a lot of friends over there. I think we had a lot of fun, and that's what it's all about. So.
We had a lot of fun on the desk, too. Congratulations. The medal around your neck. Is this where you thought you would be here when you stood on the stage for the first time today?
So, I hope so. I was pretty anxious. I didn't know. I could have gone. We had that 10-9. The last time we played that map with them, we 10-0'd. So they changed something to do that. It's incredible. Yeah.
Well, that's what you get when you're live on stage, Yellow Hat. He's wearing the yellow hat. Hard to not know that it's the yellow hat on the desk. We appreciate you, and I'm happy to see you a champion. How does it feel to have a medal around your neck?
This feels amazing. You know, I'm really proud of the boys, especially for locking in. That game one was super tough, and you know, they could tell they were kind of wiped, but they also knew that they could really kick it up another gear, and we definitely saw that on game number 2. So I'm just so proud of them. They've put in so much work this entire season. You know, we all have, and you know, shout out Acer. They always put up a hell of a fight. I'm proud of everybody here. Shout out to everybody watching today. Thank you for supporting Pavlov. You know, it's been my favorite game for the past 5 years, and you know, I'm finally glad that it's been able to be on stage. So thank you, VRML, for making this happen, and we got another medal. Let's go.
You do indeed. One last question: did the prize pool ever factor into your mind when you were on stage? Were you thinking about that at all? Because now you are the champion, you come away with that.
Yes, I want to put it towards my college fund. I remember talking to my team about it. They didn't really care about the money, they just wanted to fight, and they got a good fight. So, really respect to them. Afterthought is one of my good friends, really good friends. You know, I played with him for a really long time. He was there since I started Pavlov, but the real shout out goes to Red, Yellow, Blue for even messaging me that one day and saying, hey, I saw you were a good fit for Black Ice, you want to try? And I was like, sure, why not? But that's about it. I really like those guys. They're super awesome. They're really good at the game, and I love my boys over here too. I wouldn't be here without them.
Let's hear it one more time for your VRML CON 2025 champions, REKT. Thank you all for tuning in and hanging out here this afternoon. Dimwee has some giveaways to do. There's still more.
Yeah. We do still have, we have one more giveaway today. Before we do that, quick shout out. We still have the 2 from earlier. Well, there were 3 earlier. 1 has been claimed, 2 have not. So I'm just going to read out those winners one more time. The SZNQM, man, these are difficult. And then DNVZC. If those are yours, you got to get those bags by the end of the day. Otherwise, we're going to give them away again tomorrow. However, we got one more big one. This is an actual B-Haptics vest. We are giving away right now. Now you have till tomorrow to claim it, but you need to claim it by tomorrow, and that is going to be ticket number, well, it's letters, CJGO or 02. CJGO2. 2. And if that is you, this is your B-Haptic vest. See anybody with a staff badge by the end of tomorrow. But with that, thank you everybody for coming here to day 1 of VRML CON 2025. Let me hear you one more time. We've got more action tomorrow. We got Veil to start. We got Breachers in the second half of the day, of course, Sunday. Got a Ryan Drift. But come back tomorrow. We've got so many more giveaways. Remember what I said? I don't know if y'all remember. I said we were starting the day one of over 40 giveaways. We've only gotten like 5 done. Be back tomorrow. You're gonna win some stuff. We'll see you there. We off?